everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. I've just been up doing morning routine stuff and I thought I would catch up with you while I'm doing skincare. Obi and I recently, this is snail mucin and it really feels like it. Obi and I recently joined the 5 a.m. club. We just like, with the new school schedule that our kiddo's under, the kiddo has to get up at 6, which is when we kind of used to get up. And I was like, you know, I just need time to become a person before I start like being a parent. And so I was like, I think I'm gonna start getting up at 5, which we've had seasons in our relationship where that's been the case. So it's not like crazy. We're both morning people. We both like getting up early, but yeah, so I was kind of proposed that and I was like, I'd like to do that too. So we've been doing that this week and it's feeling really nice. I feel like we're having like a nice time getting adjusted to it. And it feels good to be like, it's 8 in the morning and I've been up for 3 hours already. I do feel like I have a lot more time for self-care, a lot more time in the day in general. Also, this is, Kiehl's sent me like a back to school kit and they sent me this like eye mask. Let me see if I can get it to focus on it. And they sent like their moisturizer, they sent a niacinamide serum, and I love all of the things, but this is my favorite by far. I just think it's like look at that. I love it. So yeah, so that's been really nice and I'm gearing up for another trip. So I leave tomorrow for Montreal. I have an incubator there and I'm kind of getting prepared for that today. And then we're also going to kind of like chat about quarterly goals and reflection. Like we're kind of reflect on summer, talk about what we're looking forward to in fall, and do some of the final little planning pieces that I have for myself for, you know, seasonal planning. I've kind of been doing just a little bit every day this week. So instead of normally where I like block off one big day, and more so like trying to do a little bit every day. And in some ways I've liked that better, in some ways I haven't. I don't know what I'll do next time because there's something really nice about blocking off a day. But I like to plan and reflect so much that it's like a little bit tricky to get my brain to cooperate for that long. So it's been kind of nice to spread it out as well. If you're like wanting to do some planning for the new season, I made a template of my Notion, to the Notion that I use for seasonal planning. I made a template for y'all that you can use, and I'll put that, I'll link it in the description for you. I also have one for the day, like how I plan my days. If that's something that you're interested in, if you use Notion or if you're like wanting to get into Notion. Oh, also I didn't tell you, this is the Versed Skin Soak Moisture Cream. I love this stuff. The texture is perfect. It's like not too heavy, not too light. It feels so moisturizing. And then this is like Old Faithful Laneige lip mask. And if you've been here for a minute, like you'll remember the first time I ever bought this, I hated it. I was like, this is not worth the money. And then I ran out of it at the end of the year and was like, what am I gonna do? So I was like, turns out it was totally worth the money. So that's the plan for today. I have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna go into the office and kind of start there. And then we'll kind of get a sense. I want to get Obi a little bit set up for the week, just to be, you know, I'm traveling on a kiddo week, which I don't do often, and I think it's like kind to kind of set your partner up well for that, for like a few days of like parenting alone. And then Although he's perfectly capable. He doesn't like need me to do that. It's just me being nice. I feel like you have to say that because people assume your husband's like incompetent. He's not. I just think it's sweet to do that, and I love him. So I'm gonna do that, and then I also need to pack. I leave tomorrow at like noon, so I'd like to pack tonight, and then I can have tomorrow to kind of get ready and work and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get to it. I need to, let's put on sunscreen and eyebrows real quick actually. I'm using the Supergoop Everyday Sunscreen. I normally don't do this like as part of my skincare routine because I usually like for my skincare to like soak in before I'll put sunscreen on, but I feel like I've been talking, so it's pretty good. We can go. I use all kinds of eyebrow products for different reasons, but right now this is kind of my everyday eyebrow when I don't really want to put on makeup, but I like to put on eyebrows. This is the NYX Thicket. I learned about this from Michaela, actually, that beauty guru. It doesn't really feel like a brow gel necessarily. It dries kind of, I don't know how to phrase it, but it like keeps them in place. So I want to say like stiff, but not necessarily like in a bad way. Like it keeps them in place. It feels like a little bit thickening, but like not that much different than my natural brow, because that's kind of what I want on a normal day. I don't really want to look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup because I don't want to. I also don't want to worry about like touching my face. So this helps because it doesn't move, it doesn't like spread around, but it just gives me like some eyebrows, which is nice as a redhead. I have other ones that I use for like if I am traveling or like going out, or if I am doing makeup on a normal day. So if you have questions about those, I'm happy to. People ask about my eyebrows a lot because I'm a redhead, but so I'm always happy to help out a fellow ginger. That's my whole face. That's all I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna go get dressed and then we'll check back in on the way to the office. We're heading into the office. Oh, I forgot I need to get gas. Dang, okay. I need to get gas. We're going into the office and I am working double time today because I travel tomorrow and it's a working day tomorrow, but you know, you can get less done when you're traveling. So I'm trying to get a lot of things done. I also work through the weekend because I'm doing an incubator over the weekend. So we'll be incubating Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And so then I'm gonna try and take Tuesday, Wednesday off because I have meetings almost all day Thursday. I travel home on Wednesday. And so I'm gonna try and take those 2 days off. And in order to do that, I need to do what I would normally do on those days now. So we're kind of compensating for like 2.5 days between today. So it's a big day at work. It's also kind of a big day at home, just like needing to get things prepped. So fingers crossed that I'm just like incredibly efficient and focused today and I can get it done in rapid time. Sometimes I surprise myself with how fast I can get things done, and I'm hoping that today is like that for me. I also just realized I forgot to pack lunch. I don't want to go back in and pack because I already said goodbye, and Obi and I, when we say goodbye, it's like really dramatic. It took like, I started saying goodbye at 8:30. It's 9:02. So yeah, I need to move on with my day. So I'm gonna go, I'll figure that out later, I guess. I could stop at Trader Joe's on the way in. That's what I often do. I'm kind of hoping though, honestly, that I get my work done before lunch, which sounds ambitious, and it is, but I'm kind of thinking I might be able to do it. Because if that's the case, or at least most of it, because if that's the case, then I could just grab lunch at home or go to the grocery store or something like that, you know, I think that could work for me pretty well. Yeah, I gotta figure my life out. But either way, I am on my way to go get gas, go to the office, and then we'll figure out our life from there. So I did end up stopping at Trader Joe's because I was like, I don't want to feel like I have to finish work. I feel like I'm just much more efficient if I know I don't have to move around locations. I grabbed a breakfast burrito and an orange, and then I can't eat a burrito without a sauce, so I got the jalapeno sauce. I've never had this before from Trader Joe's, but it looks really good. It looks like a sauce that my friend Sam, I have like friend Sam and Joe, and Sam, I believe, is the one who really likes this like green sauce that he got me buying at home, and it kind of gives that same vibe. So I hope it's as good or tastes similar. But now we're really going to the office. It's been a minute with gas and groceries. It's been quite the long awaited journey. Hi, I just wanted to do a quick like post-lunch check-in and just kind of where we're at. One, the jalapeno sauce, phenomenal. So good. Two, I am glad I packed lunch because I'm like almost done, but I was so hungry that I was like, I couldn't like power through and focus. I needed my brain back. So we're refueled and I'm probably like maybe an hour, 2 hours away from being done. And once that's done, I'll run to the grocery store. We'll get afternoon coffee, we'll do things for the family, and then we'll go home and start focusing on getting ready to go to Montreal. So that is what we're doing. I'm also reading this book, A Writer's Paris. It's so charming and really like endearing, and it's kind of saying like everybody should take a writer's retreat in Paris, which I think is a little bit like ambitious, but at the same time it like makes me want to see everything as magical, you know what I mean? So I'm enjoying it, but I am also gonna enjoy reading it in Montreal where people are speaking French. I think it'll feel romantic. All right, I have one podcast to write and record left. I've recorded 2 already, 1 more to go, and then I think I need to do like a systems audit of my business as a whole, which I might end up doing at the airport tomorrow because I have like a 5-hour layover in New York. So I'll have plenty of time to work. I don't think that'll be a problem. And I don't leave until noon. So I'll have like the morning to work and then I'll have the afternoon in New York to work. So I might push that actually because I don't have much else to do tomorrow. That might be nice. Okay, we shall see. Going to get myself an afternoon coffee. It's pumpkin spice time. The order I've been doing is like a grande iced one with 1 pump pumpkin spice, 1 pump vanilla. But I'm wondering if I want to try something new today. We shall see. I thought about like, what if I tried hazelnut instead of vanilla? And then I thought I could try just like one of their beverages. I don't know which one it'll be yet. We'll figure it out. And then the list is honestly pretty small that I need to get. It's just like some fruits and veg, some bread, some LaCroix, that sort of thing. So nothing too crazy. And then we'll go home and we'll pack for Canada, which is great news. So let's go. Hello. Updates on the drink. I got, that has a black hair on it. Ew, 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 ew. No one in my life has long black hair. So I got the pumpkin chai. This is definitely like less caffeine than I'm used to, and I might want like a little more coffee this afternoon. But it's also a lot more sugar than I'm used to, so maybe they'll like even each other out, I don't know. But it's delicious, like absolutely delicious, like hands down. I got Obi some flowers. His favorite flowers are hydrangeas. And I love to get Obi flowers because I read once that like men don't get flowers typically until their funeral. Or like I heard someone say that one time and I was like, so I try to give Obi flowers. Also, Obi typically cleans the house and has flowers for me when I come home from a trip. So I'm trying to give him flowers before I leave for the trip. I'm gonna put everything else away and then I'll kind of talk to you about what I did. I also have a wild grain that came in, which is so exciting. I feel like I'm really doing a great job at setting them up because I'm setting Ford up to pack their own lunch. I have an Every Plate coming on Saturday so that Obi doesn't have to think about like dinner groceries. And then I have a wild grain so they can like bake bread, make croissants and stuff like that if they want to. It's super easy, or I can maybe do some tonight before I go. But yeah, I feel like I nailed this with a lot of help. Like all of these are services mostly. So anyway, I'm gonna get the fridge put back together and then we'll chat again. So let me zoom out. All right, so here's what I did. I have the menu is set up for the week. I did drinks in the door, so we have like chocolate milk lemonade, Gatorade. The kiddo recently started doing cross country, and so and I've been learning a lot about how important electrolytes are. So they don't like the elements that we like, but they will drink great Gatorade. So got them that. And then we have all the things they need to pack their lunch, like here. Oranges, fruit. Behind that is like cucumbers, lettuce, etc. This has like hummus, bagels, cream cheese, Uncrustables, things like that. So it's like all nice and easy to reach. This is all of our every plate ingredients from the week. And then, yeah, we're good to go. I think that's it for now. Let's sit down and talk about planning the quarter, what I'm learning, what I'm thinking about in terms of planning. Well, I'll meet you outside. Okay, so I hope you can hear me. Our neighbor's getting a pod delivered, which is kind of cool, but it's a little loud, so hopefully you can hear me. We're gonna power through. So I wanted to talk through just kind of like what I'm thinking about in terms of planning for the season. So I'm like gearing up for fall and just kind of thinking about like what do I want it to feel like and look like. And I do this every season, and I've started doing it last summer, and it's been such a gift because I've always planned quarterly for years and years, because you know, when you have a business you kind of operate that way, but doing it by the season has given me so much in terms of feeling like I get to choose my life. Going into it and being like, what do I want my life to feel like, look like, how do I want to dress, how do I want to act, you know, what's important to me this season, what am I going to focus on. It's just feels really nice to have that check-in. It feels like, yeah, I'm living a life of my own choosing, if that adds up. So what I have here is my Notion. This is my fall Notion setup. So I'll show you kind of what it looks like. And I'm just gonna kind of talk through what that looks like for me, what I'm thinking about. So up here at the top I have like each month. So I do like a reflection for the month always, but we're gonna focus on the quarterly stuff. So the quarterly reflection, I'm doing core values each season now. I used to do how do I want to feel. Now I'm doing what values do I want to live into. So right now I'm doing like I chose interested, intentional, and inspired. And then I do a 10 good things. This is like my gratitude practice. I just do it almost every time I'm doing a big reflection. And then I do like, what are my income sources? What are my major expenses? And I kind of just check in and make sure I am conscious of what my major income sources are, if I want to adjust that at all, and also the same thing for expenses. And then I did a values check-in, like what kind of person do I want to be creatively, physically, emotionally, intellectually, socially, environmentally, and occupationally. Creatively, I said bored, meaning I want to have downtime in my life where I can get new ideas. Physically, I want to be flexible and strong, emotionally grounded, intellectually stimulated, socially open, environmentally cozy, and occupationally driven. Then we do a values star. So this is mine. I got this from the book, Why Has No One Told Me This Before? And there's like little categories, and it kind of shows where you feel like you're living up to your values. So it's like family, health, contribution and work, creativity, relationships, lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is like way out of balance. Like I am like focusing on that most, and then everything else is kind of like around the same spot. Creativity was actually the area I felt the weakest in right now. And then I do ideal day and ideal week. So my ideal day, I have listed, I wake up at 5, journal and read. I do movement and meditation at 6, breakfast at 7, getting ready at 8, or going to work at 9, lunch at noon, coffee and reading at noon, work. And then between 4 and 6, ideally, I'd be gathering inspiration. Sometimes I'm coaching during that time, but if I'm not, having time where I'm not doing anything. Dinner at 6, family time at 7, and nighttime routine at 8. My ideal week, resting on Sundays, admin day on Mondays, meetings Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, planning on Friday, and Saturday is like a gist day and then like a day to play. So all of that has been great. I did a task audit in my bullet journal. I'll show you what that kind of looked like. These are like the tasks that I do on a regular basis. And then I organized them in an Eisenhower matrix just to get a sense of like what could be delegated and eliminated versus like what do I have to do. And that's like really helpful. It's a really helpful practice just if you're thinking about, do I want to hire someone? Do I want support? Or is there someone who's on my team already I can outsource this to, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's like business, finance stuff, but here is where it gets fun. It's autumn vibes, like what I want my season to feel like for me. So I did like hobby style, what do I want to read, all this kind of stuff. So my hobbies for fall are painting, knitting, tennis, and yoga. My like clothing I want to wear are like earth tones. I want to wear linen pants, trousers, blazers, button-ups, clogs, skirts with blazers, boots, things like that. I'm reading mysteries, magical realism, and fantasy. I want relationally for Obi and I have a shared hobby. In my body, I want to feel hydrated, flexible, and like I have a lot of stamina. I want our home to feel cozy, aired out, like I want to have the windows open as much as possible, and comforting. And then for self-care, I want to wake up at 5, I want to meditate, and I want to like really focus on positive thinking. And then these are the vibes I picked for my vision board. To put my hand there. Yeah, so that's what I've been thinking about seasonally and just kind of getting the sense of things. I think I'm going to decorate the house like when I get back. Kind of make it feel more fall. We have like a little fall box. It's nothing like a Christmas box, but a little fall box with goodies in it. And I bought some candles and stuff, so we'll do that in a couple of weeks. Thank you so much for joining me for today's vlog. I will see you all in the next one. I'm gonna go pack my bags, head to Montreal tomorrow, and yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.